stopping Miller right in his tracks. It's a 4th and short.
And they are not in punt formation. They are in shotgun again, 4th down again. They apparently do not like to punt. So Miller, backfield. This time he is going to kick it. So here's the kick we were looking for last time. Got to yell danger, danger to get away from that. Ends up being a pretty nice net punt yardage for Miller. Knocks it down, and it'll be down at the 38-yard line of the Highlanders. That's where they'll take over for their second offensive possession.
And great field position yet again. Their first drive started at the 46. This time they're going to start at their own 38. At the 38. As the offense gets set to get back out onto the field.
All right, so we might have the audio back there. I just tested it myself. I think I got the audio when I pulled up the video. So hopefully you all can listen to us here. First down and 10, McGuffey. Their lead 7-0 here. They start at their own 38-yard line here as Brookman goes in motion. And up the middle, no, it's going to be a busted play. McEwen still looking for yardage, somehow shedding tacklers, but ends up taking the loss over by the 37-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 1. It took about 4 different tackle attempts, but they finally got him in the backfield. That was a busted play from the beginning, Zach.
I mean, there was just too much mumbo-jumbo kind of going on in the backfield there. Whether McEwen or one of the running backs went the incorrect way, it only cost them 1 yard, but still, whenever you're at this point in the season, you have to know your plays. You don't want to be running incorrect routes. Very costly.
So both wide receivers on the right side. Ryan Keithson tight, McAdoo wide to the right side. Second down and 11. And in motion, Dietrich. They pitch it to him, wants to fall some blockers, tries up the middle, and he crosses the 40-yard line, still pushing forward. It ends up being a pretty nice gain. He'll get out close to the 43-yard line. That is a pickup of 6 yards, and it brings up a more manageable 3rd down and 5.
Blake Davis, one of the tacklers for Brentwood, was able to bring Dietrich down, but there were 2 other Spartans that were able to assist Davis on the tackle. But Dietrich just had his legs moving and churning, and he was still trying to fight to get an extra yard or 2.
And we have a timeout taken by the officials. And they're going to ask to reset the play clock. The McGuffey offense thought that maybe Coach Dalton had called a timeout. He did not. That was the officials. I'm not sure why. Might have been an injury. I did see one of the McGuffey players, Shane Palmer, left the field. Maybe it was an equipment issue. Either way, they reset the play clock. Here we go. 3rd down and 5 for McGuffey at their own 43-yard line. Everybody in tight. Brookman in motion. They pitch it to him, trying to follow Balkers up the middle. He is hooked from behind and spun down. He gets a gain of 2 out to the 45-yard line. And that'll send the punting team on here for the Highlanders.
Yeah, not how you really want to start your second drive of the game offensively. But that time the McGuffey offense really kind of stalls out. And it all started with that busted play. Then again, I wouldn't be surprised if they potentially try to fake out Brentwood and go with a punt or a fake punt.
2 men back there. I know Cedric Davis is one of them. I think that Avier Johnson's the other. Here's a rugby-style punt, but Connor Crow might keep it. He's going to sprint, and he's got the first down. 50, 45, pushed out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Lowers his head for the boom. And, that was, you know what, I think that's an option punt. It looks like he has the call. They tell him do the rugby-style punt to the right, and if you think you've got the wall of blockers in front of you like he did, to take it, and he did for a nice gain and the first down.
And I was just talking about that there's a good possibility, and I think, that's exactly how it's designed, because we always see that rugby-style kick out of the punt team for McGuffey.
Connor Crow doing a good job there. When he saw the opening, he did not hesitate, and you can't in those situations. They're going to put Brookman in the slot left this time. First down and 10 inside Spartan territory. Back to Pat, the play back into the huddle. Lone wide receiver to the right side is McAdoo. Keith's going to be in tight on the line. McEwen. And up to his fullback this time, Dylan Droboy pushes forward in giving Eric Donnelly a spell. That is a 4-yard gain down to the 21-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, it's nice to see the fullbacks kind of switching up. Seeing Droboy get a couple carries in there. It looks like Tristan McAdoo coming back out on the field for McGuffey. And again, it's pretty good whenever you have multiple running backs that you can go to essentially any time throughout this point of the game.
2nd down and 6. Ball at the 21-yard line of Brentwood. McEwen under center. Gets it, looking left, now rolling left. They might keep it, but he is going to be hit and drop for a loss. And that is going to put him back all the way at the 25-yard line. He loses those 4 yards they had just gained, so that will bring up 3rd down and 10. Actually, they're pushing him back further. Where are they going to put this ball? Do we have a flag as well? No, we're going to have a timeout for McGuffey. So it will be 3rd down and 10. We'll be right back here on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by RH Sports Shop, carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Are you planning a holiday but need some assistance? Might be confusing, but here's a solution. Sky's the Limit Travel. Since 2014, Sky's the Limit Travel has been guiding travelers to their vacation destination. Whether it's a family or group vacation, luxurious or romantic getaway, Sky's Limit Travel is happy to assist. Also specializing in cruises and all-inclusive resorts. Sky's Limit Travel offers destination guides for the perfect vacation getaway. For more information, visit their website at skyslimittravel.net or call them at 724-413-3182. Sky's the Limit Travel. Lose yourself in the Caribbean. A Travelers Planner International affiliate.
All right, welcome back here to Highlander Stadium. McGuffey's first time out of the half. They'll have 2 remaining. Brentwood still has all 3 of them. 54 seconds remaining in this first quarter. McGuffey leads 7-0. They have the ball, 3rd down and 10 at the Brentwood 25-yard line. So they need to get down to the 15 for a first down. And this could be 4-down territory. They have a good kicker in Dylan Stewart. Also, Ethan Dietrich has a good leg as well. A lot of that depends on what's going to happen on this next snap. Lone wide out to the right side is going to be Tristan McAdoo. We have a conference by the officials. And looks like we might be ready to roll here. Okay. 3rd down and 10. Kewen. Jet sweep. It's Dietrich. Gets a block. Cuts inside. He's got the first down and all the way down near the 10-yard line. A 15-yard gain. Really great blocking on the outside there by his running back mates. And Droboy and Brookman opening up that hole.
Yeah, it was really nice to see Droboy and Brookman open up that hole to the outside as you slow things down.
Travis White, too. I'm sorry, it was 84. Yeah.
But yeah, a huge hole opens up for Dietrich.
Here they go. They're going to pitch it to Brookman, left side, cuts back up the middle of the 5. He's into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the day. Kyle Brookman, this time from 10 yards out, makes it 13-0 Highlanders.
Play starts right, ends up going left. Brookman scooting boogies through a little bit of traffic, and he finds the end zone, and again, his 2nd of the night. And 22 seconds left to go here in the first. You have to be pretty pleased with the way this first quarter has started out for McGuffey.
McEwen doing the holding here for Dylan Stewart. And we have a flag before the snap. And it is offside on Brentwood. So he just wants the decline so they get the extra point. He's saying, why did you blow the whistle? You should have just let them kick it. Now his kicker has to do it again. But they don't always blow that dead. Usually it's just the flag, but in this case Stewart will try it again here. And that's another offside, looked like. And this kick is up, and the kick is good. That one looked more offside than the last time. It doesn't matter. With 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter, it's McGuffey 14, Brentwood nothing. We'll be right back here on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered on RH Sports Shop, carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Looking to earn fast cash for scrap metal and vehicles? Brookman Iron and Metals will pay you top dollar for unwanted scrap metal or junk cars. Since 1931, Brookman Iron and Metals has offered the highest market prices for scrap metal, from iron to brass to vehicles. Looking to recycle? Their local family-owned company will take any recyclable metal off your hands. In addition, you have easy access to their clean location to recycle without a hassle. Don't let recyclable metal materials take up your much-needed space. Use a roll-off container from Brookman Iron and Metals to provide you with a convenient solution for your recycling needs. Brookman Iron and Metals, located at 4 Race Street in Washington, 724-222-4260.
Welcome back. Johnson and Drew back to receive the kick again. This is Dylan Stewart with teed up on the 40. Last time he kicked it deep. This time he sends it end over end deep to the same area. Drew runs up and catches it and runs right out of bounds at around the 17-yard line. As close as that was to the line, you'd think he's got to let that go, but you can't blame him. He's got to keep an eye on that ball. That's tough. It's a tough play, but it ends up, I think, hurting his team because that probably goes out of bounds, and they probably get the ball at the 35-yard line. But in this case, they're inside their own 20 at the 17, 1st and 10.
Which is going to be their worst field position of the game, I feel, right now, starting out here in the first half at least. But, yeah, as a former return guy even, yeah, you need to know position, ball, and what surroundings are near you for that matter. And he just failed at that, unfortunately, but still 1st and 10 at their own 17.
So Miller in the backfield, shotgun again. Gets it, and this time hands it off to his tailback, who's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Wow, McGuffey all over this running game. It was Dalen Drew on the carry, and he loses 2. Morgan Shriver in there on the tackle. His second time making a tackle for loss. And that'll be the last play of the first quarter. After 1, McGuffey leads Brentwood 14-0. We'll be right back here on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air Raid Sports Shop, carried on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Accidents are unfortunate events and often cause stress and disruption in your daily life. Relax. Let Lombardi Auto Body help you get through this process of getting your vehicle back on the road safely and as quickly as possible. Open since 1984, Lombardi Auto Body is a family-run business that delivers the highest quality repairs with continued customer loyalty. Call Lombardi's first to schedule your free estimate. Lombardi Auto Body, 140 Highland Avenue in Washington, 724-222-3077.
And welcome back to the McGuffey Sports Network. Highlanders with a 14-0 lead over Brentwood. 2 rushing touchdowns by Kyle Brookman in the first quarter has McGuffey out with the early lead as we transition from the first quarter into the second quarter of play.
McGuffey down here now having Brentwood pinned deep in their own territory. Second down, and it's got to be 12. They don't have the yardsticks down there yet, but it'll have to be 12. It's a loss of 2.
And we do want to apologize for some technical difficulties on our digital scoreboard. We're trying to get all the kinks to work out on it here, so please bear with us.
I do think we have the audio up and running, though. So we
yes, I know that was an issue that we had with the audio there.
I see the scoreboard on there. We'll get the score corrected for you. It is 14-0 McGuffey. Highland and Brentwood with the ball. And second down and 12. Miller in the shotgun again. Back to pass, looking to his right, throws. Oh, wow! It's dropped by Johnson, and it went in and out of his hand, so it was very ripe for the picking, so to speak. Isaiah Dale, one of the players that could have had a shot at it. Instead, it brings up 3rd down and 12 to go. Brentwood looking out of sorts here, opening up conference play. This is a team that has put some points on the board, even though they came into the contest 1-2.
Yeah, they're trying like crazy right now on a huge 3rd down and 12.
All right, they're going to go 4 wide this time, 2 to each side. And here's the snap, and Miller hitting the backfield. He's dropped for the sack, and this time Shriver's in on it again, back at the 13-yard line, and that will bring up 4th down and long, and Brentwood will have to punt.
And Shriver on the replay here, you see him come off the right end. He was able to get around. He was able to get around the end there. And that brings up a 4th down for Brentwood.
How do we fix that score, do you know? It says 14-2. It's 14-0. And back deep for McGuffey. Here's the punt. Another short drop. This is a nice punt by Miller. And it's oh wow! Caught and holding on to it there. A great job of that was Charles Wagers because the coverage was right there. There we go. Dalen Drew on the tackle, and he got down there quick. But going to give Charles Wager some huge props there. He had to reach out to catch that, and he held on to it.
Yeah, which was more amazing considering all the pressure that he was under. That ball was punted.
There we go. Let there be light.
Let there be light. Amen.
All right, first down and 10. McGuffey starting just on the Brentwood side of the 50-yard line. Looking to add to their lead early in the second quarter. McEwen under center. Up the middle. No, he keeps it. He follows Donnelly. Got a couple guys hanging onto his legs. Gains about 2, maybe 3 yards. He's down near the 46-yard line. That will bring up second down and 7 for the Highlanders. You're going to send McAdoo wide to the right side. Ryan Keith here is split to the short side of the field, closest to us. McEwen sends a man in motion. That's Dietrich. Fake the pitch to him. Looking to pass. Got a man open down the field. It's underthrown, but caught by Keith. He stopped and turned around, caught the ball inside the 20-yard line. A big gainer for the Highlanders down in the red zone.
And that was a pretty scary play for McEwen as he teed that one up. He had Shane Palmer in coverage for Brentwood. The pass was intended for Brookman. Well underthrown, but the save today for McGuffey was Ryan Keith, who comes up with a huge grab inside the red zone. Chalk it up, 1st and 10 at the 19.
It was a good play action pass, but the coverage stayed with it. Give Brentwood coverage, and that one, Keith just coming up with that ball. First down, McGuffey. Man in motion's Dietrich again. They give it to him. He's got some blockers. The 15, the 10, the 5. Ethan Dietrich in for the touchdown. 19 yards on the run. McGuffey with its 3rd score of the day.
A well-designed run play. Go back here to the replay. You see Dietrich goes in motion to the right. It's a counter. He follows his slew of blockers, cuts back left, and he takes that one down Electric Avenue. 19 yards out. Chalk it up, another McGuffey touchdown.
Stewart on again. He's had a busy night so
Accidents
far.
are unfortunate events and often cause...
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Here's the snap. The kick is up. And that kick is good with 9:53 remaining in the first half. It's now McGuffey 21, Brentwood nothing. We'll be right back here on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by AR8 Sports Shop and carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Since 1988, Tri-State Designs has provided customers with the highest quality awards for all occasions. Conveniently located on Main Street in Claysville, Tri-State Designs features a full showroom with many examples of the various awards they offer. Trophies, plaques, ribbons, engravings, or maybe you need a custom order. No problem. Stop in or give them a call at 724-663-5346. Tri-State Designs, a trusted award shop and proud supporter of McGuffey Athletics.
Welcome back here to Highlander Stadium. McGuffey off to a great start in this game, scoring on all 3 offensive possessions to take a 21-0 lead over Brentwood. They will be kicking off from right to left for the first time tonight. It's humid night tonight here at Highlander Stadium, starting to cool off a little bit. But that hasn't slowed down McGuffey on both sides of the ball, defense and offense. They have been on point. Stewart tees it up on the left hash this time. Here's his run up. End over end kick heading towards Johnson. He gets it at the 10. He drops it and tries to pick it up inside the 10. By the time he does, there's a lot of blue jerseys down there, and so he's not going to make it back even to the 15-yard line. Goes out of bounds near the 13, and that is where the Spartans will take over once again in not very good field position.
No, I think Johnson got a little bit confused on that one where he fielded it inside the 10, and he saw the entire kickoff team from McGuffey just kind of come rushing down on top of him with nowhere to go, and his only saving grace was the sideline, and he runs 3 yards north and then quickly exits himself out of the field of play.
They'll come out again, spread 3, no 4 wide this time. Miller waiting the shotgun snap. I think he wants to send a man in motion. Finally, Palmer goes. He gets a snap, now rolling to his right, and he's going to get hit and might have got back to to the line of scrimmage. But that is all. That was a nice read there by the McGuffey defense, and they'll stop him for no gain.
After the man went in motion, Miller calls his own number. He tries to lead his blockers, but Donley comes crashing in out of nowhere and stops him for no gain at the line of scrimmage.
9:22 to go in the half. 2nd down and 10 coming up here for the Spartans. They're going to go 4 wide again. Miller gets a snap, looks left, throws left, and it's caught at the 20 and getting the first down, still running at the 25-30 before he's finally tackled is number 10, Zachary Winchell. And that is by far the best play of the game for tonight for the Spartans.
Yeah, they finally get a little bit of magic happen, sending 4 wide. As you said, Winchell was able to hit that sideline route for Brentwood. Scrambles for a couple, picks up the first down and then some, and he's finally has his team moving in the right direction.
Ball sitting at the 31-yard line. 1st down and 10. It's their first down since their opening drive. They'll go 4 wide again. Guffey still having most of their corners off the line. Now they want to throw. It's caught again. This is Palmer. He gets hit just shy of the 40-yard line. It looks like they're going to give him the 40. That's a gain of 9. It'll bring up 2nd down and 1. So a couple plays through the air here. Positive yardage for Brentwood, and they are moving the football towards midfield. Miller again. Sets up in the shotgun. 2 wide each side once more. McGuffey shows blitz. They're going to throw. It's incomplete. Tried to hit Palmer, and Connor Crow was there on the coverage, and Palmer just wasn't ready for that ball, and it's going to fall incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, that ball was definitely thrown behind Palmer, unfortunately, but Crow in the right place at the right time was able to help break up that pass.
So 3rd down and 1 to go. Ball sitting at the 40-yard line.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout on.
We are. Who is this on? This is a timeout by Brentwood. Their first of the half. We'll take it with them. You're listening to the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by ARH Sports Shop, carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Alexis Family Dentistry is a full-service general dental practice offering comprehensive dental health care service and a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Dr. Alexis, a Guffey graduate, is inspired to make patients her priority by working together for your healthier smile. Her goal is to help you relax and address all your questions and concerns. Your individual treatment plan is crafted to fulfill all your dental health needs and to reach your goals for a beautiful and healthy smile. Call Dr. Alexis today at 724-470-9750 to schedule your appointment. Dr. Alexis, a proud Highlander supporter.
All right, welcome back here to Highlander Stadium. 3rd down and 1, ball at the 40-yard line for Brentwood. And they have taken their first time out of the half. McGuffey leads 21-0. 7:46 to go in the first half of play. This time it looks like Miller's going to go under center for the first time tonight. And he's going to, we got a pre-snap flag. What do we got? And it's a legal procedure on Spartans, and what was going to be a quarterback sneak might be a change now because they're going to be marked back. It's going to be 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6 now at the 35-yard line. See if they change things up a bit. You don't figure they're going to go into the quarterback sneak mode, so Miller goes back to shotgun. He's got it. And he's blitzed. And he's going to run. Running to his left. He throws downfield. It's intercepted. Intercepted at the 35, the 30, the 25. Down the sideline, Romastan to the 10. And pushed out of bounds inside the 10 will be 1st and goal, McGuffey. Nate Romastan jumped that route and took it down the sidelines and sets up McGuffey in excellent field position.
turn my mic back on. Miller's intended target not there. Severely underthrown. Romastan kind of steps up, fills the gap. Robs the bank and tries to head for home before he gets tackled inside the 5.
They're going to mark him right at the 5. So it'll be 1st and goal Highlanders, and we have a timeout. Timeout McGuffey, their second. Coach Dalton not happy with the way things look, so he will take his time here to set up this 1st and goal. We'll be right back here on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air Raid Sports Shop, carried on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Hi, this is Rusty Pettit with Cruise Planners. We're a full-service travel agency and an American Express travel representative. Whether you're planning a cruise, a vacation to an all-inclusive resort, a destination wedding, a honeymoon, or taking the kids to Disney World, we're here to help you and your family plan your dream vacation. Visit our website, www.rocktheboatcruiseandtravel.com. Call me, Rusty Pettit, at 412-770-6511 or Nancy Fox at 724-255-6329, and let's start planning.
All right, welcome back here to Highlander Stadium. McGuffey set up nicely after the Nate Romastan interception return to the 5-yard line. They lead 21-0 now. They're looking to add to that with 7.5 minutes to go in the half. Everybody in tight on the right hash. McEwen goes under center. Back, hands it off to Donnelly, pushes forward and gets a couple maybe down near the 3. So it'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Highlanders from the Spartans' 3-yard line.
I need to learn to turn on my mic.
If you want to be heard, that's a good idea.
I guess. I mean, essentially, this is going to be 4-down territory for McGuffey. And Donnelly, with 1 solid yard that time, gets him a little bit closer. But they're going to break the huddle and come out here and try it again.
They put him back on the 4, so that was only a pickup of 1. 2nd down and goal, McGuffey. McEwen gets a snap. He wants to throw. Looks left. He's got a man out there. It's caught. It's Dietrich for the touchdown. First touchdown pass of the night for McGuffey, but they add to their lead and make it 27-0.
Beautifully executed by McEwen, who sells the play fake. Dietrich kind of swings to the outside. Well, no play fake, but he was able to just catch Dietrich on the outside on the swing pass there. And from 4 yards out, Dietrich helps McGuffey extend the lead more. It's 27-0.
Stewart to attempt the extra point. Snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is good with 6:52 to go in the first half. McGuffey out in front, 28-0. We'll be right back here on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air Raid Sports Shop and carried on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Hi, everyone. Zach Waters from the McGuffey Sports Network. Whenever your home or business decides to give you a headache, turn to the experts you can trust at McKean Plumbing and Heating, located at 468 West Chestnut Street in Washington, and is your source for plumbing, heating, electrical, and air conditioning. Whether it's a job for the do-it-yourselfer, a routine service call, or an installation, let the experienced staff assist with your needs. Call them at 724-225-6260 or stop in and visit them Monday through Fridays 8 to 6 and Saturdays 8 to 4. Plumbing, heating, electrical, or air conditioning, answer McKean. PA 9085.
Welcome back here. It's 28-0, 6:52 remaining in the first half of play. McGuffey on top, 4 touchdowns. That one, their shortest drive. They got the ball on the 5-yard line thanks to Nate Romastan with the interception here. It is on the return. It's Johnson at the 20, the 25, and he gets across the 25 before he's tackled there by Isaiah Dale near the 29-yard line. So a little more decent field position for Brentwood, but they have found themselves in a hole.
Yeah, you're down by 4 scores here in the first half, 28-0 if you're just joining us here. And yeah, the first passing touchdown. And Brentwood definitely with their back against the wall right now, Rusty, and they're trying to salvage something the next 6 minutes and 47 seconds to have something to celebrate at least going into the half.
So 1st down and 10 Spartans. They've got the ball on their own 29-yard lines, and yes, you're right. They will try to salvage something and claw back into this. And they will go 4 wide. Miller once again in the shotgun. Back to pass, looking left, throwing left. It's going to be, over the head of Winchell that time, and number 25, Romastan, was in the vicinity again. He came close. Just couldn't quite catch up to that one.
Now that one kind of out of the vicinity for Romastan, but Romastan doing a fantastic job playing back on that man coverage there and guarding Winchell. the tight end. Brings up another second down for Brentwood.
Incompletion will stop the clock at 6:44. Second down and 10. They're going to go, well, confusion. Looked like it was going to be 3 wide to the left side. Instead, they're going to send Dylan Drew the sidecar. He still doesn't know where he needs to go. Quarterback wants him right beside him. And there we go. Looking to pass. He's going to have pressure again. He's going to be dropped in the backfield again. Getting there first for the Highlanders was Henry Hess. And that's going to be a big loss for Brentwood all the way back at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, Hess leading the charge, as well as Nick Madosky for McGuffey. That's a huge loss for Brentwood on that drive.
Makes third down and 16 to go. They have to get all the way out to the 39-yard line for the first down. They're making their quarterback run all the way over to get the play, too.
You would figure maybe it would be someone subbing in, a wide receiver,
yeah,
some nature.
Miller waits a shotgun, 3rd and long again. Gets it, looking. And flushed out of the pocket again. Nowhere to go. He's going to throw it out of bounds, and he had a man in the vicinity. That will bring up 4th down and long. And I tell you what, Zach, coverage has been excellent tonight.
Everyone's executing according to plan, essentially. You have guys dropping back in zone coverage, playing man, playing press. No one's giving up the deep ball right now here in the first half, knock on wood. The reason why Miller's so frustrated back inside the pocket, you see that front 3 of McGuffey putting a lot of pressure on him, and it's forcing him into a lot of uncomfortable situations.
Charles Wagers waiting the punt. He made a nice grab on the last punt. Miller does a short drop here. Gets it off and almost blocked. The line drive, and there's Wager to 45. Tries to go around the right side, and he's brought down. That looked like a face mask. There's the flag. And one comes from the far side of the field, too. I assume that's both of them thrown for the face mask.
Face mask where I'm thinking maybe a horse collar tackle, the way he was brought down, because he got him back behind his collar and just kind of slams him down to the turf.
So he was returned to near midfield. We'll see what the call is. Personal foul face mask, so 15 yards tacked on to the end of that return. Will give McGuffey excellent field position again, all the way down in Brentwood territory at the 35-yard line. And does the mercy clock start in the first half, or does it have to be in the second half?
That's a very good question.
I think it's second half. That's right. Yeah, second half.
Thank
It
you,
is.
Kevin.
Yep. Everybody in tight. 1st and 10, McGuffey. And Brookman on the sweep. He's got some blockers again. 35, 30. Waits for Travis White to throw another block. The 20, and all the way down near the 15-yard line. Nice patience. And Travis White needs, I'll tell you what, he's going to get blocker of the week. He has opened up some huge holes for both Dietrich and Brookman. And you can't say enough about what he's doing out there at the wide opposition.
No, I mean, White's definitely showcasing why he's very talented as a wide receiver, but also as a team player, the way he was able to throw that block and just kind of open up the hole.
Gain of 20. 1st down and 10 inside the red zone once more. McEwen. And in motion is Brookman. They fake it to him. Rolling right is Brookman. Gets a block. He has a man. It's Donnelly. He's going to keep it, though. 15, the 10, the 5. Diving towards the pylon. Touchdown, McEwen. Takes it in from 15 yards. And that was Morgan Schreiber again back there. Wow.
And Schreiber from that outside backer position is able to shed one defender. He takes a decent angle on the quarterback, Miller, and then he just kind of guides him to the McGuffey sideline and sets him down on the turf for a loss. 3rd and 16 for Brentwood.
I believe that's his 3rd sack of the game and maybe 4th tackle for loss for Schreiber already in this first half. He's been all over that Brentwood backfield. 3 wide here on 3rd and very long. Brentwood in the shotgun. They get it. Connor Crow trying to blitz off the corner. There's a pass that's caught at the 35 and hit there and dropped. And that was number 21, Christopher Fox. He will get back to the original line of scrimmage and just past it, but it's going to be 4th down and about 9 after the gain So we'll see what Brentwood does here. They don't have much choice. They almost have to. I don't know if you'd go for it or not. You might as well at this point. If you don't score before this end of the half, the mercy clock starts no matter what anyways.
But then again, if they fail to convert, they give McGuffey, again, excellent field position.
Yep. Wagers is back fairly deep, and it's going to be a kick, and this is going to send it all the way down. It'll bounce inside the 35, now rolling inside the 30, and die inside the 25 near the 24-yard line. So a really nice punt there after the roll by Miller, but it's been all McGuffey in this first half, 35-0, and there's 3:05 remaining in the first half of play. And Zach, I don't know, it's Brentwood has looked out of sorts, but you got to give this McGuffey team credit. They came in prepared tonight on both sides of the ball.
They definitely did their homework this week. They shrugged off the week 3 loss. Well, yeah, the week 2 loss, if you will. We'll talk about that after this play here in a minute.
McEwen, 1st and 10, throws. Wide receiver screen to Travis White. 25, shakes off a tackle, but hit by the second guy is going to drive him out of bounds. They're going to say he was actually inbounds. They'll mark him down near the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Going back to what I was saying before that last play, almost perfect execution so far here in the first half by McGuffey. I mean, Ed Dalton has to be very pleased with the way his offense and his defense has been performing. But again, this is only one half of football right now.
McEwen. Man in motion. Now they're going to keep it with McEwen over the 30. Still on his feet. First down at the 35 and out near the 38-yard line. McEwen keeps it himself, and in there now in Dietrich's spot in the backfield, that was Ty Conklin in at running back, wearing number 12. Who else we got in there? Droboy's back in at fullback, and Brookman's still in at the other tailback position. And Brookman's in motion. There's a fumble on the snap. And looks like McGuffey might have fallen on that. So McGuffey lucky there. They do not turn it over. They will lose about a yard, bring up 2nd down and 11. And we have a timeout. It'll be the McGuffey's last timeout of the half. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back here with 1:42 remaining in the first half. McGuffey leads 35-0 over Brentwood. We're back on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air Sports Shop, carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Cold weather wreaks havoc on your vehicles. Dead batteries, flat tires, or simply locked out? Call McAdoo's Towing and Crane Services. McAdoo's offers roadside services, including fuel delivery, lockout assistance, jump starts, and tire changes, including 24-hour towing, recovery, hauling services for vehicles and loads of all sizes. Need crane service? No problem. McAdoo's is capable of 24-hour crane service and assistance with a fleet of 8 cranes. A family-owned and operated company since 1965. Why call just anyone when you can call a family you can trust? 724-484-7300. McAdoo's Towing and Crane Services. Their business is picking up.
All right, back here after the McGuffey timeout, their 3rd and final of the first half. They have it 2nd down and 11. They are on their own 37-yard line. 1:42 remaining here in the second quarter. McEwen goes under center. And in motion's Conklin. They fake the pitch and pressure, and McEwen is going to go down. First time they have sacked in the night, and it's all the way back inside the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down near the 37. That is a loss of about 10 on the play.
First time we've seen McEwen sacked in this entire game. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The big guy, Jason Redlinger, stepping up, making the sack, and he was also assisted by number 75, Demir Spencer, for Brentwood.
That's 27-yard lines where they are now, so they need to get all the way out to near the 48 for the first down. And what do we got here? We had another botched snap, it looks like, and McEwen takes a loss, like he got tripped up as he was going back into the backfield, and so 4th down and extremely long, and McGuffey will have to punt. Last time they did the fake. This time I don't think we're going to see a fake.
Not with you pinned back all the way on your own 27-yard line. I mean, then again, Crow might be able to see something as the punter and swing it wide and break for a first down.
So he's going to let this wind down a bit, I think. There's 14 seconds on the play clock and 22 on the game clock. So he gets the snap, sends a wobbler towards midfield. He's going to fall. Miller lets it go, and it's going to roll, and this might roll most of the clock out. Now they pick it up with 6 seconds to go. And McAdoo said, why? Why didn't you let that sit there and run some more time off? But
would have been ideal.
Yeah, if Brentwood decides they should have one play here probably. And that'll do it for the first half. It has been all McGuffey.
And speaking of the first half, keep it right here on the McGuffey Sports Network. We have the Week 3 edition of the halftime show coming your way with Mr. Don Rebel. You're not going to want to miss this one. Keep it locked in right here on the McGuffey Sports Network.
So, could be the last play of the half. Looks like in the pistol formation goes Miller. Gets a snap. Hands it off to his tailback, Dylan Drew. A little bit of space, 40, 45, and he's going to be tackled near midfield, and that'll do it for the first half. So, after 2 quarters of play, McGuffey leads Brentwood 35-0. We'll be right back here for halftime on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air Raid Sports Shop and carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Highlanders Nation, looking for that perfect piece of clothing to showcase your McGuffey spirit? Look no further than Fanatic Impressions at 166 South Main Street in Washington. Fanatic Impressions offers a wide variety of sporting goods, athletic apparel, and school spirit gear. Have an event coming up? Fanatic Impressions offers custom bulk screen printing and promotional product printing to help make your team, event, wedding, or business all the more personal. Open Monday through Saturday. Fanatic Impressions at 166 South Main Street in Washington.
Highland fans, let's face it, nobody enjoys when their vehicle needs service work. So let the trusted professionals at Route 40 Auto ease your worries. It's quality service and diagnostics with a hometown feel, offering brakes, exhaust, tune-ups, engine repair, transmission repair, suspension repair, and regular maintenance for your vehicle. Maybe it's as simple as an oil change or as pesky as a state and emission test. Call Route 40 Auto at 724-484-7963 or stop in at 150 Route 40 West in West Alexander.
Jim Murray's Auto Service, located at 122 East Railroad Street in Washington, offers full auto repair, state inspection, emissions, brakes, alignment, tune-ups, oil changes, whatever ails your car or truck. Jim and his qualified team of mechanics can diagnose your vehicle issues and get you back on the road in no time. At Jim Murray's, you're not a service number. Jim takes the time to discuss your auto repair one-on-one before the work is started. Give Jim a call, 724-222-1350. Jim Murray's, professional service with personal small-town treatment.
Welcome back here at halftime. The score is McGuffey 35, Brentwood nothing. I'll tell you how we got there. Brentwood would take the opening kickoff with good field position, but they couldn't do much with it. They got into McGuffey territory, went for it on 4th down, and turned it over on downs. McGuffey took the good field position down the field, had a couple penalties on the drive, but eventually would cap it off with a 30-yard touchdown run by Kyle Brookman to get things rolling. Extra point made it 7-0. Kyle Brookman would get into the end zone again, this time from 10 yards out to make it 14-0. Into the second quarter, it was the Ethan Dietrich show. A 19-yard run would make it 21-0, and then they would get an interception return by Nate Romastan, setting them up on 1st and goal at the 5-yard line at Brentwood, and eventually Ethan Dietrich would receive a pass from McEwen from 4 yards out, 28-0 McGuffey at that point. They would add one more. This time it was a 15-yard scamper by their quarterback, Philip McEwen, and that was all the scoring in the first half. It was all McGuffey. Brentwood really not able to get anything going on offense or defense. And yeah, it's been the Highlander show tonight, Zach. We wondered how they would rebound the loss last week on the road to Mount Pleasant. We also wondered a lot about Brentwood just because we didn't know a lot about them other than we knew their propensities wanting to throw and spread things out. But tonight, a lot of credit goes to McGuffey on both sides of the ball. And right now, I'm thinking that defense right now, the tone is set right now with them. Morgan Shriver has been huge. I think unofficially, 3 sacks on the game, another tackle for loss. They are just smothering everything Brentwood is trying to do on offense.
No, and they just essentially, they did their homework this week, watching film, scout team giving the starting O and starting D a great look at what Brentwood was going to be throwing at McGuffey leading up until this game. And right now, as I said, McGuffey firing on all 8 cylinders right now, offensively, defensively, very few flaws. There might have been a couple missed coverages here and there, and the holding penalties, as I said earlier, in about halfway through the second quarter, they were able to get corrected, which kind of hurt McGuffey right out the gate. But like you said, running like a well-oiled machine that's been sitting for probably 50 years, coming out of retirement, McGuffey's just on the ball tonight.
So if you're watching on the video screen, once again, you can watch us and listen to us. You can both at McGuffeysports.com. You can click on the Listen Live, and you can listen like you always have, but you can also watch us. Click on the Watch Live button on the right side of the screen. And if you are, you might be confused. That is not the McGuffey marching band out there. That is the Brentwood marching band. They are wearing very similar to uniforms to what the Highlanders marching band normally does. But Brentwood out there with the halftime show, and then they'll be followed by your McGuffey Highlanders. Well, right now, we are going to turn things over to Mr. Don Rebel in the Trib Live High School Sports Network for the Week 3 edition of their halftime show. We'll be right back here, get you ready for the second half on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air 8 Sports Shop and carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
It's the Week 3 edition of the halftime show on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Don Rebel with you. Hope you're enjoying the action of the contest you were watching or listening to on HSSN. Chris Harlan, my sidekick here at the halftime show each and every year, each and every week, is kind enough to join us here. Week 3, we're kicking off a lot of conference games today. That's exciting stuff. But this season, a lot of exciting things going on at 3 particular schools. Well, yeah, 3 particular school districts around the WPIAL. One has already opened up a new stadium, South Allegheny, christened their new stadium right on campus a couple of weeks ago. 2 teams are pretty much playing their season. They didn't sync up as well to have a stadium ready for this fall, but they're pretty much playing most of their games on the road. Everybody's heard about the changes at Aliquippa High School, the historic pit, Carl Ashman Stadium. Got it out, and then they're rebuilding it. The other one is Knock. They're working on major renovations at the facility in Saxonburg, and the Knights thus far the Road Warriors along with the Quips. Chris, it leads us to stadiums. Some old, some new, some may once were borrowed, and some are maybe even colored blue. But every facility, every stadium seems to have its own story.
They do. It's interesting with South Allegheny and Aliquippa going different routes. With South Allegheny, the old Glassport Stadium, I think, has been there since about the 50s, where they moved their stadium. They moved up to a school where Aliquippa went the other way. They took the pit, Ashman Stadium, which I think is maybe the most intimidating home field in the WPIL, and they tore it down to the ground, and they're going to build up a new stadium on that same spot. They said, hey, we want to keep this ground. This is where all the great Quips played. We want to stay here and keep playing in that same spot. So a little different approaches. It will be interesting to see what kind of ambiance those schools have, what the feelings like coming into the new stadiums. So definitely, and I have an affinity. I kind of like those old stadiums. I kind of do. I understand at some point an old stadium becomes an old stadium and it starts crumbling, and you've got to do something about it. But I kind of like those old ones when you walk into a place like the Wolverina with Woodland Hills Stadium, and you see the oldness of the place and the historicness, and think about the players who have come through that field in previous years. I think there's something to that. And the place is kind of like Ambridge. They've got an old stadium also built, I think, in the 1930s, and Mo Rubenstein, and they renovated that place a number of years ago, gave it a good upgrade. So, I like to see if you can keep those old stadiums, great, but at some point an old stadium becomes an old stadium and you've got to move on.
No, it's a great point, and I think especially with, you mentioned the Wolverina, they renovated, they made some changes, they updated things so it's much more comfortable for the fan base. But yet there are still signs of what it used to be, and signs of yesteryear, so to speak, and not only before Woodland or at Woodland Hills, but old Turtle Creek High School.
Yes, and the Wolverine also has something to do with just how big it is. I think I've seen estimates that says it seats like 12,000, something like that. I think there was a time the USA Today had it ranked as one of the top 10 high school venues in the country. So it's pretty cool, and it has as much to do with the stadium as who played there. Also boosts up when you're looking for top venues in the country. That if you lose all your games, who cares what your stadium is? If you play really nicely, have really good players, then you care. But to me, if you look around the WPL, there are some good stadiums that, some of the big ones like Martorelli at North Hills, Newman Stadium in North Allegheny, or maybe a Reeves Field that Beaver Falls uses at Geneva's Stadium, where they're big venues. And when they've got a big game and they've got a big crowd, I don't know if there's anything quite like that either, where you could just get, 10,000 people in a stadium all cheering, and that's fun. I mean, those venues there, I think there's something to be said for that too. And even in Norwin now, that's a stadium that's getting used a lot by the WPL for championships. When you get a big crowd in a big stadium like that, it's a fun atmosphere, definitely on a Friday night.
You play a lot of games at a venue, it starts to get a reputation. No question about that. We are lucky as members of the media. We're usually up high, sometimes a little too high and too far from the action. But nonetheless, you get to appreciate some of the panoramic views of the sprawling hills of Western Pennsylvania. And again, that's the mix of the newer stadiums and some of the older fields, if you will, that allow you to easily imagine the game being played 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah. I also like those stadiums that are still tucked away in communities. They were built in the middle of a town. I think like Offutt Field in Greensburg comes to mind, where it's kind of right there in amongst houses. I grew up in Newcastle, so Taggart Stadium was that way. It's next to a junior high, but still it's right in the middle of a neighborhood where people walk to the game on Friday nights. And I think that's a fun tradition you see at some of those places. It also reminds me of Neil Brown Stadium with Clare, kind of there in a neighborhood. If you go there on a Friday night, people are walking in. It's not just a line of cars coming in. People are walking up. Another one, I think it's a fun old stadium that's been renovated, is Graham Field in Wilkinsburg.
Historic.
Historic. Right. You can't say Graham Field without saying historic Graham Field. Another one there tucked into a community that there's something different when you see people walking up on a Friday night. I think Dormont Stadium could probably fit into that category too, where you see people going in.
You could have 100 people at a game at Graham Field, but if the band is located underneath that grandstand and they're playing, it sounds like 5,000 people. So I definitely agree with that one.
Yeah. I also got to give some kudos to some of the new stadiums that are being built too. I mean, you look at places like South Fayette, they did a really nice job. Upper St. Clair built a new administration building right on top of their field to make it part press box. So you see those stuff. I think the new LED lights, you're seeing these giant scoreboards. The Gateway's got one. North Allegheny's got them. The big video screens where you can see replays. So schools are putting a lot of money into these fields, and they're doing a nice job. So there's definitely something to be said about the nice brand new facilities. I think that's where you're going to see it at Aliquippa. When they build theirs up, you're going to see the video screens. You're going to see the LED lights. You're going to see the bleachers that aren't crumbling cement. Yep. Not quite the same old pit, but it'll definitely be a nice facility for Aliquippa to play in.
You're out there every Friday. I don't get you. I'm at World Headquarters every Friday. Saturday I go out. Two of the things that jump out to me, the Herman, Pennsylvania, home of the Summit Academy Knights. That is as old school as you can get. They used to set us up on scaffolding, but they now have a press box. That's a lot of fun. And Riverside Stadium, right? Riverview High School, along the banks of the Allegheny. Even though Riverview has struggled over the last couple of centuries, you get a beautiful fall afternoon, late fall afternoon, with the trees turning. Oh my gosh, what a backdrop!
Yep, I like when we got the new stadiums. Last year, I got to see Springdale's on a Friday night for the first time. Same thing, kind of tucked into a neighborhood in that. So there's a lot of really nice stadiums out there on Friday nights, and they do. It's part of the fabric of high school football.
So what we're telling you is go out to your local stadium and enjoy some high school football, especially while the weather is still pretty darn good. Chris, good job. We'll talk to you again next week. Enjoy the second half of the game you're listening to. Don't forget the scoreboard show after the game, right here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Highlanders Nation lives here. You're listening to the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by ARH Sports Shop. Hunters, it's almost that time of year again. And when gearing up for your next hunt, visit ARH Sports Shop. ARH Sports Shop has proudly served the tri-state area as your local sportsman store for over 25 years. Locally owned and operated, they specialize in new and gently used shotguns, handguns, and rifles. Instead of waiting in long lines at major big box stores, purchase your hunting license from ARH with fast, friendly service. For more information, visit their website at arhsportshop.com or visit them at 4174 Route 40 in Claysville, across from Sunset Beach. Open Monday through Friday 10 to 5 and Saturdays noon to 4. ARH Sports Shop, a proud supporter of McGuffey Athletics.
Cold weather wreaks havoc on your vehicles. Dead batteries, flat tires, or simply locked out? Call McAdoo's Towing and Crane Services. McAdoo's offers roadside services, including fuel delivery, lockout assistance, jump starts, and tire changes, including 24-hour towing, recovery, hauling services for vehicles and loads of all sizes. Need crane service? No problem. McAdoo's is capable of 24-hour crane service and assistance with a fleet of 8 cranes. A family-owned and operated company since 1965. Why call just anyone when you can call a family you can trust? 724-484-7300. McAdoo's Towing and Crane Services. Their business is picking up.
Hi, everyone. Zach Waters from the McGuffey Sports Network. Whenever your home or business decides to give you a headache, turn to the experts you can trust at McKean Plumbing and Heating, located at 468 West Chestnut Street in Washington, and is your source for plumbing, heating, electrical, and air conditioning. Whether it's a job for the do-it-yourselfer, a routine service call, or an installation, let the experienced staff assist with your needs. Call them at 724-225-6260 or stop in and visit them Monday through Fridays 8 to 6 and Saturdays 8 to 4. Plumbing, heating, electrical, or air conditioning, answer McKean. PA 9085.
And welcome back to the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by ARH Sports Shop, carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. I'm Zach Walker here at McGuffey. Highlanders leading the Spartans of Brentwood 35-0. Time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and see what's happening around the rest of the WPIAL, Washington, and Greene counties. At the half, it's California shutting out Jefferson Morgan 24-0. A nail-biter going on down in Greene County as West Greene is at Carmichael's. Pioneers leading the Mighty Mikes 20-19. It's Fort Cherry 28, Chartiers Houston 7. Ken McMillan leading Bethel Park on the road 28-15, and Keystone Oaks shutting out Waynesburg 40-0 at the half. South Fayette leading Peters Township 21-14. Trinity, who's been impressive this year, shutting out Connellsville 28-0. Those are just some of the scores around the WPIAL. Look to see if we have a score against Wash High and Greensburg Central Catholic. And last it was updated, Wash High was leading Greensburg Central Catholic 20-13. And see what else we have going on. Last we checked, Burgettstown and Bishop Canevin were tied at 7. And Monessen leading Bentworth 20-3. And that was some time ago. So some of these scores might have changed, but we're at the half here. It's McGuffey 35, Brentwood nothing. The McGuffey band on the field right now for their halftime performance. It's the 70s show, Rusty. And McGuffey's band, as you said, looked very similar in uniform to that of Brentwood. Which one is it?
Brentwood.
Yeah, one of those B's, Brentwood's band. And both these both of these bands have not disappointed here tonight. McGuffey always putting on a stellar show. Brentwood also a fantastic show as well as the bands coming off the field here. Just about 4 minutes left here in the half. And you're wondering what Ed Dalton and his staff is talking to his team about right now with this commanding lead over the Spartans.
Well, I think just basically keep doing what you're doing. They came out, the defense really set the tone here by giving McGuffey great field position when Brentwood decided to go for it on 4th down at midfield, and they turned the ball over to McGuffey. McGuffey was not going to give up on offense. They had a bunch of long plays on that first drive called back on holding penalties, and I think there was 3 of them alone on the first drive. But they kept smacking back as well, and eventually they got the big run by Brookman on the left side. And then after that, the defense just relentless tonight. They have been in the backfield. Guys like we talked about Morgan's driver, Henry Hess has been all over that backfield tonight. He's got a sack tonight. This is a quarterback that's big and can move, and he's looked like he was lost back there in the backfield for most of the evening so far, and it's largely due to that defensive line and the linebackers getting pressure on him. And then when he does throw, the defensive backs have had the coverage, so he doesn't have anywhere to throw. There's a couple times where he got to the sideline. He wanted to throw it away. He just couldn't because there wasn't anybody to throw it out near, and he would have taken the grounding anyway. So,
I mean, it makes a big difference, too, whenever you have an even front on an odd rush, the way that the defensive line is set up. Three down lineman, then you're disguising an outside backer is essentially a 4th defensive lineman on either side. So really you have 5, sometimes 5 down linemen lining up against the front of Brentwood. And the way that they're stunting, the way that they're just able to maneuver past those offensive linemen and getting to the quarterback, Miller. I mean, Miller's been trying to run for his life. And, I mean, yeah, there's been a few times where we saw him get sacked. He looked like a deer in a headlight almost, especially whenever you saw Shriver the 3 times that he's gotten to him. He's putting a lot of pressure playing in that outside backer position, and he's just kind of bull rushing off the end like a house of fire. And, I mean, Brentwood definitely has their work cut out here in the second half to at least try to get on the board to make this game somewhat salvageable against McGuffey.
Yeah, they're going to be against the Highlanders, but also the Mercy clock, which will start in the second half because McGuffey has the 35-point lead. So the clock will be running almost continuously. It'll stop for a few things like timeouts, change of possession, but that's about it. So we're going to talk about one of our newest sponsors here, and I want to tell you about Shale Pro Energy Services. They're a best-in-class natural gas service provider, and they're looking for new employees like you. Shale Pro offers a range of services across the region, and they are currently looking for operators, roustabouts, and compressor operators to support their clients in the western Pennsylvania area. Working for Shale Pro doesn't only give you full-time local work, but they also offer paid vacation time, health insurance, dental and vision insurance, company-matched 401k, and several supplemental insurances. To apply, stop in at any Shale Pro office or visit the website at www.shalepro.com. There you go, Shale Pro Energy. I like it, on the telestrator.
Well, if we can't get the clock and the score to work right due to the well, Kevin and I even tried it at the half.
I think we're going to – he's going to – one thing you have to bring next week, Kevin, you have to grow like 3 more arms and hands because that's a lot to do. You got the cameras. You got 2 cameras tonight. That's a lot of work. So, there we go.
That's all. And I think what really makes it interesting is you have the robo camera that's set up out there in the stands, which you have on right now. I mean, how much of a difference does that really make versus you using the old tripod with the stick?
Well, she can get shots that I can't get because I'm running this camera. Like she's moving right now. I'm not doing that. That's her on her own. So I can get different shots while she gets cover shots of things going wide. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes it really nice because essentially wherever there's movement at, the camera essentially goes. Is that right?
AI technology.
Yeah, so we are using AI technology.
Yeah.
I mean,
artificial intelligence. That's what I've always considered I had was artificial intelligence. It's not. It's just not. It's intelligence that isn't. It's not real, right? Is that right? Sorry. The dad jokes are here all night.
You'll be around all week.
Yeah,
right?
I will. Yeah.
Tip your waitresses.
That's
too.
right. We have about 2.5 minutes here left on the warm-up clock for the second half, and we'll be right back here to give you that second half kickoff. Give some more times for our amazing sponsors. You're listening to the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air 8 Sports Shop, and carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Looking for beautiful yet gently used items for your home, apartment, or office? Then visit The Back Lot, located at 840 Race Street in Washington. The Back Lot, formerly known as Badillions, has proudly served the Washington County area for over 50 years. They offer a wide variety selection of furniture, appliances, home furnishings, college dorm supplies, antiques, and sporting goods. With their ever-changing selection of amazing finds and great savings, any item purchased can be brought home the same day, saving you more than you ever could imagine. Like them on Facebook or call them at 724-705-7662. The Back Lot. No thrills, just deals. Something for everyone.
Jim Murray's Auto Service, located at 122 East Railroad Street in Washington, offers full auto repair, state inspection, emissions, brakes, alignment, tune-ups, oil changes, whatever ails your car or truck. Jim and his qualified team of mechanics can diagnose your vehicle issues and get you back on the road in no time. At Jim Murray's, you're not a service number. Jim takes the time to discuss your auto repair one-on-one before the work is started. Give Jim a call, 724-222-1350. Jim Murray's, professional service with personal small-town treatment.
Are you planning a holiday but need some assistance? Might be confusing, but here's a solution. Sky's the Limit Travel. Since 2014, Sky's the Limit Travel has been guiding travelers to their vacation destination. Whether it's a family or group vacation, luxurious or romantic getaway, Sky's the Limit Travel is happy to assist. Also specializing in cruises and all-inclusive resorts. Sky's the Limit Travel offers destination guides for the perfect vacation getaway. For more information, visit their website at skyslimittravel.net or call them at 724-413-3182. Sky's the Limit Travel. Lose yourself in the Caribbean. A Travelers Planner International affiliate.
Welcome back to Highlanders Stadium, getting ready for the second half kickoff. And as we mentioned, the Mercy Rule clock will begin at the beginning of this second half because McGuffey has a 35-point lead already. It's 35-0 Highlanders. And they will receive the second half kickoff because I think for the fourth week in a row to start the season, right? They've been kicking. Did they receive last week in Mount Pleasant?
No, they kicked the start game last week versus Mount Pleasant.
Okay, so yeah, every game so far this year, McGuffey has kicked off first, and therefore they get the second half kickoff once more. And it's the first time we've seen Brentwood kick off tonight because they haven't scored yet.
Yeah, so we're getting a look at their special teams now, and it looks like
Dietrich and Droboy back deep. Yes.
I'd look to see who's kicking it off for Brentwood, and it's going to be number 10, Wenschel. Zachary Wenschel, the junior, stands 6'3", 200 pound, and he's going to kick right-footed from the middle of the field at the 40.
And here it goes. It is a squib kick, and McGuffey falls on it inside the 45-yard line. Got past the first up man, but he was able to turn around and jump on it. So McGuffey will start with good field position. That was number 68 on the recovery, and that was Reed Teagarden covering up the ball.
Yep.
So McGuffey starts off in great field position. We'll see how many starters actually come out for the second half and how long they play. Clock's already started because of the Mercy Rule clock. It's down to 11.5 minutes already. It's like we got most of the starting offense in there right now. McEwen under center. He's going to roll to his left. Option here. Now he cuts back, and he doesn't have anywhere to go, and he's going to be tackled for a loss back around the 43-yard line. Actually, no, that'll be no gain on the play, so we're going to second down and 10.
Yeah, the door kind of shut on McEwen that time. He reads the option to the right side, sees nobody home. Whoop! Pauses, tries to cut back, goes east when he should have went north. Nobody home, knocking at the door, and he
down an 8.
Yeah, the linebackers stay home on that one, and old Redlinger was sitting there waiting for Brentwood, and he's able to tie up the running back, Brookman, for a gain of 2. It's going to be a 3rd and 8 for McGuffey, and the offense kind of stalling here on their first set in the second half.
McEwen under center, 3rd down and 8. Dietrich in motion, and they pitch it to him on the option. Tries to get the corner, 45, 50, and gets near first down yardage, but I think he's going to be short by about a yard. And he is. He's going to be at the 48-yard line. They need to get to the 47 of Brentwood. It's going to be 4th and 1. Decision time here for Coach Dalton I would imagine he is going to keep the offense on the field, especially with that rolling clock going here in the second half.
I mean, it would make all the sense in the world, and you can honestly kind of let things run down. Play clock's at 32 seconds, so it's almost coincide with the game clock.
4th down and 1. McEwen goes under center. Pitches to Brookman. 1st down and more. 45, 40, 35.
On his way.
Trying to get a block, and that is going to be 25, 10, 5. Touchdown, Kyle Brookman. 48 yards out. And no flags on the play. That's what I was looking for. I saw it was a questionable block out here on the outside by the wide receiver. And that's why as many holding calls were early in the game, I thought no, we do have one. See, there is a holding call. I don't even see where the flag was.
Barnacles.
Yeah, there was a flag. I didn't see the flag, but let's see where it was and where they mark it off from. That's where it was. It was right there at the 20. So, yeah, I saw that hold. It was the wide out. So that is going to be still a 1st down. It'll move the sticks, but it takes the 6 points in the 48-yard touchdown run off the board for Brookman. That would have been his 3rd touchdown. Instead, 1st and 10 McGuffey at the 32-yard line.
Yeah,
this is it right here. You can see who is that out there on the. It was right there at the beginning of your screen.
Whoever was up there.
Right
I got my
there.
doodle wrong.
Right there. That was Ryan Keith, I think, was the guilty party. But either way, still a nice gainer for the 1st down. Man in motion's Brookman. They're going to give it up. No, keeping it is McEwen. Follows his fullback up the middle near the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 6 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, the 6 looked a lot better with the exception of the hold there. 2 plays before, excuse me. But still, a nice little gain of 6 brings up a 2nd and 4.
Ball at the 26. McEwen sends a man in motion. That's Brookman. They pitch it to him. Gets a nice block over here. Tries the 20, 1st down. 15 still on his feet at the 10, the 5, and there's Kyle Brookman for his 3rd touchdown of the night. 26 yards out. McGuffey is now up 41-0.
And let's double check. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Nope, no flag. We're good. So that time, Brookman laced up his P-up flyers, and he goes cruising down Easy Street, but it wasn't an easy way to get there. He had to bob and weave through some traffic there on the right side. I'd like to go back here to the replay if we couldn't see who sealed off the end. And here we go. You see him toss to the right side and slowing things down. It was this guy right here, number 22, Dietrich, makes an outstanding block, and then you see Brookman just kind of waltz it right on in for a nice touchdown there.
Stewart's extra point is up. Kick is good with 7:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. McGuffey now leads 42-0 over Brentwood. We'll be right back on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air 8 Sports Shop, carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Jim Murray's Auto Service, located at 122 East Railroad Street in Washington, offers full auto repair, state inspection, emissions, brakes, alignment, tune-ups, oil changes, whatever ails your car or truck. Jim and his qualified team of mechanics can diagnose your vehicle issues and get you back on the road in no time. At Jim Murray's, you're not a service number. Jim takes the time to discuss your auto repair one-on-one before the work is started. Give Jim a call, 724-222-1350. Jim Murray's, professional service with personal small-town treatment.
Back here at Highlander Stadium, McGuffey still just hitting on all cylinders here on offense to start this half. That was methodical, and the big play was there with Brookman. Great blocking on the outside. It's been the story all night. Brookman with his 3rd touchdown tonight. He has had touchdown runs of 30, 10, and now 26 for McGuffey. Dylan Stewart has it teed up on the 40-yard line, ready to kick it down. We've got Johnson, and he is going to get it. No, this is Drew, actually, at the 15, the 20. Hesitates at the 20, makes a move across the 25, where he'll be tackled there by Charles Wagers. And that is going to get them out to the 27-yard line, where Brentwood will start their first possession. And the clock winds as we have that mercy rule clock in effect.
Yeah, the clock's going to continue to run from here on out. Unless Brentwood can once the clock starts, it doesn't stop, correct?
Yeah, it stops for a few things. It'll stop for timeouts. It stops for change of possession and scores like we just saw. But it doesn't stop for much. Miller out here in the shotgun where he has been most of the evening. Send a man in motion. That is Dalen Drew. Going to try to follow him. He's going to run off the left side. Big hit coming up there after the gain of 2, and that was number 21, Aiden Odell, coming up to make the tackle on the quarterback. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, Odell playing that sandbacker right in the middle there. So you have the meek, the meek. You have the weak, you have the middle, then you have the strong, and he was able to fill that gap on the right side. He gives up 2 yards, and Brentwood comes out now with a 2nd and 8 at their own 30.
Pistol formation here for Miller. Gets a snap, hands it off. No, he keeps it. He's under pressure again. Throws. It's going to be incomplete. He tried to hit Christopher Fox. Pass was low, and we have an injured player on the far side of the field. Looks to be Ethan Patterson, Brentwood player, out on the about the 37-yard line. So they're going to take a look at him. And while they do that, I'm going to tell you about another one of our new sponsors. And that is Chapman Corporation. Chapman Corporation, headquartered in Washington, Pennsylvania, has been providing industrial customers with civil, mechanical, and electrical construction services for 70 years. In addition to their construction skills, they also provide pipe, metal fabrication, as well as engineering capabilities. Our customer base consists of clients, natural gas, power, steel, chemical, and glass industries. That is the Chapman Corporation, located right here in Washington, PA. So it looked like Patterson was able to get up and walk off under his own power. There you go, illustration there by
Since we
Mr.
don't have
Waters.
anything up on the website yet,
Yeah,
we're working on getting it, so better than nothing.
It's 3rd down and 8 after the incompletion. And throwing left, and it's up in the air, caught there by Dalen Drew, but he's going to be tackled after a short gain. Dylan Droboy, one of the guys over there, I think. No, sorry, that is that Morgan Shriver? Yeah, Shriver, and number 14, who is
Brennan Mullen.
Brennan Mullen.
The junior defensive back on that one, assisted Shriver. But still a short gain. It's going to be 4th and 5 for Brentwood, Rusty. And you know what? You have to go for it at this stage in the game.
Oh, absolutely. No point in kicking it away.
Now they could go with that quick kick, just given the down of the distance right now with the ball being at the 33-yard line to try to pin McGuffey back. But we'll see what Miller here does in the shotgun formation.
He hasn't had a lot of time, no matter what the down and distance was, and this will be 4th. He rolls to his right immediately, and he's being chased again. Looking down the field, throws down the field. It's incomplete, and it didn't miss his receiver, Shane Palmer, by much. But Palmer just kind of watched the ball go by him, doesn't make a play for it. So that falls incomplete. Turnover on downs will give McGuffey the ball back at the Brentwood 33-yard line, 1st down and 10. And now I would imagine we're going to see some new jerseys on offense. We will see. There's a timeout on the field. It is the McGuffey timeout, so that will probably what Coach Dalton's going to do, switch some things up. We'll be right back here on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air Raid Sports Shop, carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Looking to earn fast cash for scrap metal and vehicles? Brookman Iron and Metals will pay you top dollar for unwanted scrap metal or junk cars. Since 1931, Brookman Iron and Metals has offered the highest market prices for scrap metal, from iron to brass to vehicles. Looking to recycle? Their local family-owned company will take any recyclable metal off your hands. In addition, you have easy access to their clean location to recycle without a hassle. Don't let recyclable metal materials take up your much-needed space. Use a roll-off container from Brookman Iron and Metals to provide you with a convenient solution for your recycling needs. Brookman Iron and Metals, located at 4 Race Street in Washington, 724-222-4260.
4:23 on the clock here as McGuffey takes possession, and they'll roll that clock. And they're at the Brentwood 33. Man in motion. They're going to pitch it to him. We've got some new names here. I think that's T-guard to the 30. We have a flag on the play, 25-20. He gets the 15, the 10, the 5, and his own man kind of takes him out there. That was actually Malachi Ely. Malachi Ely on the carry, but there's a flag back at the 31. Yeah. Connor Crow is in at quarterback, holding on McGuffey. So this one's coming all the way back. Malachi Ely had a nice run, almost took it in, but this one's coming back.
Yeah, so now this time it's going to come all the way back.
Yes,
Yeah, it would be
second
a
down
second
and,
and-
or no, first down and 17 after the holding penalty. They mark it off, first down and 17. Trying to get the scoreboard is what we're trying to do. We figure while we have a little bit of time here in the second half of this rolling clock, we're going to try to, it's a new feature here. We're trying to get this working to upgrade the broadcast, but we'll keep you updated on what it is. 4-2-0 is the score. 3:45 on a rolling clock is the time of the third quarter. Up the middle of the drill boy, got some room. The 35 pushing the pile forward back near the 31-yard line. So a nice gain by the fullback to get back that penalty yards, and now we have a flag late on the play in the secondary. There's another flag at the 23-yard line. This came late, so I'm guessing something of the unsportsmanlike. Personal foul on McGuffey.
Ooh.
That is not what you want. So erase
No.
that gain. And if it's after the play, they'll lose the down too. We will see. As it is back at the 46. And it still says first down.
Yeah, according to the down marker, it's going to be first and forever. First down marker is actually at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, they need to get to the 23 to get a first down. All right, so going wide to the right is Brennan Mullen. Crow goes under center. Conklin in motion. They give it to him on the jet sweep. Tries the right side. Gets a block there by Ely. Gets across the 40 and then gets tackled as he crosses the 40 down near the 37-yard line. Dalen Drew on the tackle for Brentwood. Running the play out here for McGuffey's Aiden Cunningham. Second down and 14 coming up at the 37-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go on the rolling clock.
And it looks like Crow trying to figure out what play to run as he tries to coordinate with Dalton there on the sideline. Only 20 seconds left on the play clock, so plenty of time for him to get set.
Crow goes under center, third down. And up the middle to the fullback, and Droboy across the 30, 25, and he's very close to a first down. He needed to get down near the 28. He's about the 29, so maybe a yard shy. Or sorry, the 20. He's at the 24. He needed to get to the 23. I'm messing up my 5-yard lines here, but 4th and 1 nonetheless. So they will hurry up to the line here and just try to push this forward. Got the second team offense on the field. Connor Crow under center. Right up the middle of the drill boy again. And he has the first down near the 20. So a gain of 4. And that'll move the sticks. McGuffey with a minute 30 to go leads 42-0.
And that was a nice surge by the fullback Droboy that time, who just kind of plunges his way forward, knowing he had to get the first down. So that puts McGuffey inside the red zone at the 19.
First and 10. Man moved here on the left side, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Left tackle with the false start. So 5 yards back will make it first and 15. Clock stops, but I believe they start it back up here after that, and they do.
Yeah, that was number 78, Cam McDonough. And he even knew as soon as he flinched, I'm taking the blame on this one. Looks like we have under a minute to go here in the third quarter with the accelerated clock.
Still first down. Back to pass is Crow. Looking left. Throws. Is caught by Conklin, but he is going to be dropped. Might have even lost a yard on the play back to the 25-yard line, where it'll bring up second down and 16. McGuffey does not have to run another play in this quarter. We will see if they do. Looks like they are going to get up to the line of scrimmage and do so. Cunningham to the left, Mullen to the right. Second down and 16. And in motion is Ely. They pitch it to him, tries to go up the middle, and he gets hit at the line of scrimmage and spun down for no gain. That'll bring up third down and 16 as the third quarter winds down. So our score after 3 quarters of play, McGuffey 42, Brentwood nothing. We'll be right back here on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by ARH Sports Shop, carrying the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Accidents are unfortunate events and often cause stress and disruption in your daily life. Relax. Let Lombardi Auto Body help you get through this process of getting your vehicle back on the road safely and as quickly as possible. Open since 1984, Lombardi Auto Body is a family-run business that delivers the highest quality repairs with continued customer loyalty. Call Lombardi's first to schedule your free estimate. Lombardi Auto Body, 140 Highland Avenue in Washington, 724-222-3077.
Since 1988, Tri-State Designs has provided customers with the highest quality awards for all occasions. Conveniently located on Main Street in Claysville, Tri-State Designs features a full showroom with many examples of the various awards they offer. Trophies, plaques, ribbons, engravings, or maybe you need a custom order. No problem. Stop in or give them a call at 724-663-5346. Tri-State Designs, a trusted award shop and proud supporter of McGuffey Athletics.
Back here at the start of the fourth quarter, McGuffey up 42-0 on Brentwood, and the second team offense out here on the field. They have been moving the ball as well. Connor Crow under center. Third down and long though here. Back to passes. Crow pump fakes, goes to the right side. Now he's got a man. It's Ely. He catches it inside the 10. Should be good enough for the first down, and it is. First and goal, McGuffey. What a nice pass. And finding the hole in the zone was Connor Crow, and Ely just sitting down there right for his quarterback, and with the reception giving them first down and goal. And you like to see that, Zach. These guys getting valuable playing time, but also putting together a drive, and that time they were faced with third and long, and they answered.
Yeah, just a simple streak out over the center, and Ely able to convert.
Ely's in the slot left now. This time they give it to Droboy up the middle, and he's pushing forward. And where did he get into the end zone?
He's in the end zone for a touchdown.
I never did see the near official signal, but you were right. There it is. Dylan Droboy. And that one was from, how far out was he?
I want to say he was at the 4. He ran from 4 yards out.
We're going to need the instant replay for that one, I guess, aren't we?
I know.
Dietrich's going to do the extra point attempt. And try to make this 49-0. There's the snap. Kick is up by Dietrich. Kick is good with 11:14 to go in the fourth quarter. It's now 49-0 McGuffey. Right back here on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air Raid Sports Shop.
Since 1988, Tri-State Designs has provided customers with the highest quality awards for all occasions. Conveniently located on Main Street in Claysville, Tri-State Designs features a full showroom with many examples of the various awards they offer. Trophies, plaques, ribbons, engravings, or maybe you need a custom order. No problem. Stop in or give them a call at 724-663-5346. Tri-State Designs, a trusted award shop and proud supporter of McGuffey Athletics.
Back here after another McGuffey touchdown. This one by Dylan Droboy. Unofficially 7 yards. But nonetheless, it makes it 49-0 in favor of the Highlanders. And safe to say this has been their most impressive game of the year in this early part of the season as they look to move to 3-1 on the year. But more importantly, 1-0 in conference play against Brentwood. They will go on the road next week to face Waynesburg in another conference game. We got a new kicker out here. This is number 71, and that is Josh Plants.
What a boot.
Sends it down. Dylan Drew gets it at the 15, 20, 25. Tries to get around the corner at the 30 and pushed out of bounds. Ooh, we have a late hit coming in, but no flag yet. We'll see where they mark him down. It was near the 35.
Actually mark him right at the 34.
Okay. So Brentwood takes over first down and 10 there. Brentwood just hasn't had an answer all night, Zach. They kind of took a punch in the mouth early on, and it was like if you're watching a boxing match, it's a punch they never really fully recovered from.
No, it's almost as if we'll use boxing terminology here. McGuffey came out with the right. They hit him with the left. They hit him with the uppercut. And, they went down, they got back up, but they just haven't been the same since that last punch.
All right, so they'll come out, spread again in the shotgun. Miller awaits the snap. He gets it. Looks right. Why? It's a screen pass, but this one is red too. All over it there. Really nice tackle.
Look to see who that was. That was number 66, Chris Ely, the junior that time. He read the screen as the pass by Miller was being tossed out to the right. Looked like it was set up for a halfback screen. And Chris Ely coming in out of nowhere, just laying down the boom.
Yeah.
And a huge loss for Brentwood. That brings up now a 2nd and 17 at their own 27.
Yeah, Fox just, he was on him. He was on Fox the minute he caught it. So, all right, 2nd and long. Miller with it, looking left, throws left. It's caught after it was bobbled across the 35 where he's tackled by a swarm of Highlanders. That is another pass to Christopher Fox. He gets back that yardage he lost plus a couple. They'll mark him at the 36-yard line. That will bring up 3rd down and 8.
Hunter Haynes, Chris Ely on the stop. And yeah, that pass was kind of bobbled. It almost if he ate a little bit of popcorn there between plays and almost slips the biscuit right there through his fingers, but he holds on and gets past the original line of scrimmage 8 yards ago till a 1st down, it looks like.
It's again rolling clock here with the mercy rule in effect. 49-0 McGuffey. Miller gets it, looking right. He throws, he's got a man. It is, oh, wow, that should have been a 1st down. He had Shane Palmer wide open at the sticks, but he kind of turned his head like he was either looking to run or looking for the possible hit coming. Drops it, and that'll bring up 4th down and 8.
Lincoln Johnson in coverage. Yeah, it's almost as if Palmer heard Johnson in the vicinity, and Miller lays out a beautiful pass and says, happy birthday 3 months early, but he unfortunately drops that one. 4th and 8. Brentwood's definitely going to have to go for it here. Mind you, the 1st down marker at the 44.
All right, down to 8:25 already on the rolling clock. And now looking down the field is Miller. He's being chased again. He has been all night. Gets hit. Still rolling, looking right, throws, gets it off, but it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Fox out there, but no good. So that'll bring up the change of possession on the turnover on downs. McGuffey will get the ball once more with 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's kind of safe to say they're in the driver's seat now. They have it set on autopilot. And, I mean, for Brentwood, definitely a heartbreaker as the clock continues to wind on down. And it looks like we're seeing some other personnel also being substituted in here for this McGuffey offense now, Rusty. So I think we're going to see an even balance between 2nd and 3rd string. Crow's still the quarterback as he comes set. He's counting to make sure they have enough in the huddle, and they need one more. And it's Hunter Hayes scrambling back out. Play clock at about 15 seconds as they break the huddle.
Connor Crow still out there under center. Right up the middle, and I believe that's Hunter Hayes pushing forward at the fullback position, and he's got a nice drive up the middle. Is that number 19? It is.
That was number 19, Hunter Hayes.
All right, so Hunter Hayes getting into the action, and he followed his lineman nicely up the middle and gave them a push. 8-yard gain for the junior. Something about these McGuffey fullbacks doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter who is in that fullback position. They run hard.
I mean, you're designed to be a bruiser back. I mean, we'll watch it here on this play and see what happens.
Crow, he's going to keep it left side. He's got the 1st down at the 25, the 20, cuts upfield at the 15 and falls across the 15 where he's tackled there near the 14-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for Connor Crow again, and he's done a really nice job coming in here. And I tell you what, they got a lot of playing time for these guys in the first 2 games against Ringgold and Southmoreland, but what a blessing for them to be able to get these guys a lot of snaps in the second half. It's so much experience that these players are earning right now, and they're making the most of it, and they've been impressive tonight as well. Who do we got here? We have a new quarterback. This is Dakota Reedy, and he gives the ball. Who was on that carry?
Yeah, it was hard to tell who had the ball that time. I think it might have been was that 25, Nate Rose?
That was Hayes again
that
on the carry.
Hayes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So Hayes again, number 19.
He got a gain of 4, so 2nd and 6. Try to get you all these numbers as they're coming in and out, but we had a lot of new jerseys out there. Wide out now, 32, Shelton Hanna, left side. Number 3 on the right side is Lincoln Johnson. They pitch it, that's Romastan. He's going to fall some blockers up the middle to the 5. He's tackled inside the 5, so it'll be first down and goal near the 2-yard line for Nate Romastan. He already had a big play in this game. He had the interception that set McGuffey up on the 5-yard line. They were already leading 21-0, but he kind of put the nail in the coffin with that pick. They took it all the way back inside for the first and goal. And
yeah, that helped him set up shop tremendously. And again, hopefully maybe he gets rewarded, or maybe the fullback here, Hayes, gets rewarded on this next call.
First down and goal. Reedy under center now. Pitches it and leaping over players and getting in and lowering the shoulder himself is Charles Wagers. And he takes it in for the touchdown. And now it's 55-0 McGuffey. Charles Wagers, he had a big play early in the game on a punt return when there was great punt coverage. He didn't have much time to catch the ball, but he snagged it, pulled it in, and held on to it after the big hit.
And that was another critical play for the McGuffey special teams, which is definitely played somewhat of a factor in this game. And it looks like number 71, Josh Plant's coming on for the point after attempt. There's the kick. And, it's going to be muffed and blocked. And someone tried to get onto it, Emmett Wolf, the holder, and that one goes nowhere. So the point after attempt fails.
All right, so stays 55-0. 4:35 to go. Right back here on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by ARH Sports Shop and carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Alexis Family Dentistry is a full-service general dental practice offering comprehensive dental health care service in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Dr. Alexis, a McGuffey graduate, is inspired to make patients her priority by working together for your healthier smile. Her goal is to help you relax and address all your questions and concerns. Your individual treatment plan is crafted to fulfill all your dental health needs and to reach your goals for a beautiful and healthy smile. Call Dr. Alexis today at 724-470-9750 to schedule your appointment. Dr. Alexis, a proud Highlander supporter.
Josh Plants is going to be kicking it off here again. He had a nice boot last time, and now they're going to send late onto the field as Malachi Ely. They needed one more player out there. 4:35 to go in this fourth quarter. Mercy rule has been in effect for the entire second half as McGuffey had the 35-0 halftime lead, now lead 55-0. Plants tees it up. And big kick all the way down, taken at the 15-yard line. And up over the 20 to 25. Nice move there at the 30, 35, and finally going out of bounds is number 13, and that is Cedric Davis on the return for Brentwood. We'll set them up with nice field position here. Got to think with this rolling clock, this could be their last possession of the game, and if you're Brentwood, you'd love to just get on the board. Hate seeing a goose egg up there. We do have a timeout, and it's going to be McGuffey's. So we'll take it with them. We'll be right back here on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by ARH Sports Shop, carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Hi, this is Rusty Pettit with Cruise Planners. We're a boatcruiseandtravel.com. Call me, Rusty Pettit, at 412-770-65.
Getting to play here, getting in here late in the game.
And Brentwood trying to eliminate that goose egg.
Running off.
Now under 40 seconds to go. Play clock at 28 seconds and counting. So they have at least maybe one or two more shots to potentially get in the end zone.
Cedric Davis here in the shotgun again. 1st and 10 at the McGuffey 31. And looking left. Now throws left. Throws into the end zone. He's got a man. It's going to be... Did he catch that?
He did catch that.
Oh, he did. Down at the 1-yard line. They got to call a timeout, don't you think, to give their guys a shot? What a catch by Rosing.
Are they going to stop the clock?
Colton Rosing with the catch. I think Brentwood probably used a timeout. I would if I was them. You want to get on the board. That's a great pass and catch. Oh, it does run out, so that is it. Never mind, they don't. So that is it. I thought they were going to call it, but either way, what a great great play. But it does not get in the end zone. He was down at the 1, so the shutout remains intact. McGuffey wins by the final score of 55-0 over Brentwood. They start conference play 1-0 and move to 3-1 on the season. We'll be right back here to wrap things up on the McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air 8 Sports Shop, carried on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Hi, everyone. Zach Waters from the McGuffey Sports Network. Whenever your home or business decides to give you a headache, turn to the experts you can trust at McKean Plumbing and Heating, located at 468 West Chestnut Street in Washington, and is your source for plumbing, heating, electrical, and air conditioning. Whether it's a job for the do-it-yourselfer, a routine service call, or an installation, let the experienced staff assist with your needs. Call them at 724-225-6260 or stop in and visit them Monday through Fridays 8 to 6 and Saturdays 8 to 4. Plumbing, heating, electrical, or air conditioning, answer McKean. PA 9085.
Cold weather wreaks havoc on your vehicles. Dead batteries, flat tires, or simply locked out? Call McAdoo's Towing and Crane Services. McAdoo's offers roadside services, including fuel delivery, lockout assistance, jump starts, and tire changes, including 24-hour towing, recovery, hauling services for vehicles and loads of all sizes. Need crane service? No problem. McAdoo's is capable of 24-hour crane service and assistance with a fleet of 8 cranes. A family-owned and operated company since 1965. Why call just anyone when you can call a family you can trust? 724-484-7300. McAdoo's Towing and Crane Services. Their business is picking up.
Well, welcome back here. Final score, McGuffey 55, Brentwood nothing. It was 35-0 at halftime, so the mercy rule clock was in effect from the beginning of the second half. McGuffey, though, would not slow down. They got the opening kickoff, and they took it down, capped it off with a 26-yard touchdown run by Cal Brookman. And then into the fourth quarter, we got a lot of second and third team guys in on offense. Nice drives put together, a 7-yard touchdown run by Dylan Droboy, and a 3-yard touchdown run at the end by Charles Wagers were the scores that made it 55-0. And Zach, probably the most complete game we've seen the Highlanders play all year, and exactly the way you want to start conference play.
I mean, battling back after a really rough week against Mount Pleasant. They tucked the loss in their back pocket. They were able to learn from that experience. They shut down a very mobile quarterback, Miller that is, tonight, and just a fantastic win all the way around the board. A fundamentally sound group, offense, defense, special teams. I mean, we could go on and on about how perfect, essentially, this game was played. And hopefully we could see more victories like this from McGuffey as the season progresses on. Their next opportunity will be next weekend on the road at Waynesburg. We'll have that coverage for you there. Pre-game show, the McKean Plumbing and Heating pre-game show will start at 6:30 and will be at Waynesburg. And then the kickoff at 7 o'clock. Next, McGuffey Sports Network action on Monday night. Girls soccer, and then possibly next Thursday we'll also have a boys soccer game here for you. But just keep your eye on McGuffeySports.com for all the coverage latest that we'll have up for you in the coming weeks. But I want to thank Mr. Zach Waters and also Mr. Kevin Robinson and, of course, Jason Kern here at the booth for McGuffey Sports Network, powered by Air 8 Sports Shop. I'm Rusty Pettit saying good night. Have a great weekend. We'll see you all next week.